Before we get into today's story, make sure you hit that subscribe button and stay with me, because what I'm about to share might completely change how you look at the coin sitting quietly in your drawer. Now imagine this. It's 2010. The world is watching South Africa host one of the biggest global events. Energy is high, history is being made, and at the same time, something much smaller, but just as fascinating, is being minted. A 5 Rand coin, ordinary at first glance, passed from hand to hand, tucked into pockets, forgotten in jars. But here's the truth most people miss. Sometimes the most ordinary objects carry extraordinary stories, and in rare cases, extraordinary value. This particular coin isn't just metal. It represents a moment in time, a country's pride, and a design that reflects strength and identity. The 5 Rand coin from 2010 carries the image of a powerful animal, a symbol of resilience and authority. When you hold it, you're not just holding currency. You're holding a piece of South Africa's legacy. But let me ask you something. How many times have you ignored coins like this? How many times have you thought, it's just small change? That mindset is exactly why hidden treasures slip through people's fingers every single day. Now here's where it gets interesting. Not all 2010 5 Rand coins are the same. Some are minted under slightly different conditions. Some have subtle variations, tiny details that most people would never notice. But collectors notice. Experts notice. And when the right coin meets the right collector, the value can skyrocket in ways that seem almost unbelievable. Think about it. A coin that once bought you a simple item could, under the right circumstances, be worth thousands, or even more. That's not luck. That's knowledge. And the people who understand this world don't just collect coins, they hunt for them. Men in the 55 to 65 age group often have something younger collectors don't: patience, experience, the ability to recognize that value isn't always obvious at first glance. That's exactly what makes this story so powerful. Because this isn't about chasing trends. It's about understanding history, rarity, and timing. Let's break it down a little deeper. Coins gain value for a few key reasons. Rarity is one of the biggest. If fewer coins were produced, or if certain versions were pulled from circulation early, those remaining pieces become highly desirable. Condition is another major factor. A coin that looks almost untouched, sharp details, no scratches, clean edges, can be worth significantly more than one that's been heavily used. And then there's demand. This is where things really take off. When collectors start searching for a specific coin, prices begin to rise. It becomes a competition. People are willing to pay more just to own a piece of that story. Now imagine combining all three, rarity, condition, and demand, into one single coin. That's when you're no longer talking about spare change. You're talking about serious money. But here's the part most people overlook. These valuable coins don't always sit in museums or locked safes. Many of them are still out there, circulating, waiting, sitting in old wallets, forgotten boxes, or even mixed in with everyday currency. That means there's a real chance, yes, a real chance, that someone watching this right now could already have one without even knowing it. That's what makes this so exciting. It's not just about collecting. It's about discovery. It's about taking a second look at something you would normally ignore and realizing it might be worth far more than you ever imagined. Now think about your own situation. Maybe you've kept coins over the years. Maybe you've inherited a collection, or maybe you just have a habit of saving change. This is the moment to revisit those coins. Look closely. Pay attention to the details. Because one small difference could mean everything. And let's be honest, there's something deeply satisfying about finding value where others see none. It's not just about money. It's about knowledge, awareness, and being ahead of the curve. The 2010 5 Rand coin stands as a perfect example of this idea. On the surface, it's simple, but beneath that simplicity lies potential. And for those who understand what to look for, that potential can turn into something remarkable. Now, as we come to the end of this, I want you to remember one thing. The world is full of hidden value. Not everything that looks ordinary is actually ordinary. Sometimes the difference between something worthless and something life-changing is just awareness. So take a closer look at what you already have. Don't rush. Don't dismiss the small things. Because the next time you come across a coin like this, you might not just be holding currency, you might be holding an opportunity. And here's the number that might surprise you the most. In the right condition, with the right rarity, in the hands of the right collector, the value of this 2010 5 Rand coin has been known to reach an astonishing $3,000.
Before we begin, take 1 second and press that subscribe button. If you love old coins, hidden treasures, and real stories about money hiding in plain sight, you're in the right place. Every week we uncover coins that people ignore, coins that sit quietly in drawers, pockets, and jars, but sometimes those ordinary pieces of metal carry extraordinary value. Today we are talking about a coin many people have seen, many people have held, and many people have probably spent without a second thought. The 2007 5 Rand coin from South Africa. Now imagine this for a moment. You're cleaning an old drawer in your house. Maybe it's a desk you've had for decades. Inside there's a small tin box full of old change collected over the years. Most of it looks ordinary. A few coins from different countries, a few coins from trips long forgotten. You shake the box and hear the familiar sound of metal touching metal. Nothing unusual. But then one coin catches your eye. It looks heavier, slightly different, maybe a little brighter than the others. You turn it in your fingers and notice the year. 2007. A 5 Rand coin. To most people, that coin means nothing special. It's simply currency. A coin used to buy a cup of tea or a loaf of bread. Millions of them were made and used across South Africa. But collectors know something very different. They know that sometimes within a large group of ordinary coins, a few rare pieces slip through the mint with unusual characteristics. Those small differences are what transform a common coin into something collectors will chase for decades. The 5 Rand coin itself has an interesting design. On one side you see the proud national symbol of South Africa, a powerful animal that represents strength and heritage. On the other side, the value is clearly marked along with the year. The coin feels solid in the hand, heavier than many coins from around the world. It has that unmistakable look of modern minting combined with a strong national identity. For many older collectors, coins like this bring back memories. Maybe you remember traveling, trading coins with friends, or collecting pieces from different countries just for the joy of it. Back in those days, nobody talked about online auctions or rare coin databases. Collecting was simple. You kept what looked interesting and hoped someday it might be worth something. And sometimes that hope becomes reality. Around the world, there are countless stories of ordinary people discovering rare coins hiding in plain sight. A retired mechanic finds a coin worth thousands inside an old toolbox. A grandfather leaves behind a jar of coins that later turns out to contain a rare mint error. A traveler brings home foreign coins as souvenirs, and decades later one of them becomes highly valuable to collectors. The reason these stories happen is simple. Rare coins are not always obvious. Some differences are extremely small. The spacing of numbers, the sharpness of the design, the thickness of the metal. Even the smallest minting mistake can turn a normal coin into a treasure. With the 2007 5 Rand coin, collectors started paying closer attention after a few unusual examples began appearing in private collections. These coins look similar to the regular versions, but careful examination revealed differences that sparked curiosity among serious numismatists. Some believed a limited group of coins had been struck differently during production. Others suspected a rare variation that slipped into circulation unnoticed. Word slowly spread among collectors. Interest in the coin grew. Older collectors in particular became fascinated by the possibility that a coin many people ignored might actually hold surprising value. Coin clubs discussed it. Private collectors compared examples. Auction houses quietly monitored the situation. What makes coin collecting so exciting, especially for experienced collectors over 50, is the combination of history, patience, and discovery. Unlike many modern investments, coins connect you with real moments in time. A coin passes through thousands of hands during its life. It travels through markets, pockets, and homes. Each mark and scratch tells a small story. Think about the journey of a single coin minted in 2007. It may have started at a mint facility in South Africa. From there, it entered circulation, perhaps handed out as change at a small grocery shop. Someone used it to pay for a taxi ride. Later it ended up in a jar of loose coins on a kitchen shelf. Years passed. The owner forgot about it completely. Then one day someone curious about coins begins searching through that jar. That moment of discovery is what every collector dreams about. For viewers watching this right now, especially those who have collected coins for decades, you already understand the feeling. That moment when a coin looks just a little different. The weight feels unusual. The design appears sharper or slightly misaligned. Your curiosity kicks in and suddenly the coin in your hand feels far more important than a simple piece of change. That's exactly how many rare coins are discovered. Now here's where the story becomes truly fascinating. Collectors began analyzing certain examples of the 2007 5 Rand coin more closely. Under magnification, they noticed unique characteristics that suggested a rare minting variation. Some believed the coin may have been produced during a brief production change. Others suspected a prototype or special strike that accidentally entered circulation. When coins like that appear, collectors become extremely interested. Rare variations can attract intense demand, especially when only a few examples exist worldwide. Auction houses start contacting collectors. Experts examine the coin's authenticity. And suddenly a coin that once sat unnoticed in someone's drawer becomes the center of attention. For many viewers over the age of 55, stories like this carry a powerful message. The world still holds hidden treasures. Not every valuable item is locked away in museums or vaults. Sometimes value sits quietly inside everyday objects we overlook. A coin jar. An old wallet. A forgotten collection from decades ago. The 2007 5 Rand coin reminds collectors to look carefully at the coins they already own. Small details matter. Mint marks matter. Condition matters. Even a tiny difference can change everything, and now comes the part everyone waits for. Among the rare examples studied by collectors, one particular version gained extraordinary attention. Experts believed it represented an extremely rare mint variation that almost never appears on the market. When rumors about this coin reached high-end collectors, interest exploded. Private collectors began offering enormous sums just to examine the coin. Auction specialists estimated that if confirmed as the rarest known example, the coin could command a staggering price.
Before we dive into this incredible story, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join our community of collectors and history lovers. You don't want to miss any of the fascinating discoveries we share, especially if you've ever held a coin and wondered about the stories it could tell or the value it could hold. Today, I want to take you on a journey with a coin that has quietly captured the attention of collectors around the world. It's a coin that most people see every day without realizing its hidden potential. Yes, I'm talking about the South African 5 Rand coin from 2014. Now, you might be thinking, it's just a coin from 2014. How valuable can it be? But let me tell you, the world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and sometimes, ordinary-looking coins hide extraordinary value. The 5 Rand coin is a perfect example of this. On the surface, it looks just like any other coin in your change, minted for everyday use. But if you take a closer look, there's a story etched into its very design that collectors pay attention to. First, consider the craftsmanship. South African coins are known for their attention to detail and symbolic designs. This particular 5 Rand coin carries the iconic image of the South African coat of arms, representing centuries of heritage and national pride. But there's more than just the imagery. The metal composition, the minting process, and even the year of production can drastically affect a coin's rarity and desirability. For the 2014 edition, there was something unusual that set it apart from the rest. Coins are evaluated on several factors: rarity, condition, historical significance, and demand. Even a coin just a few years old can become a sought-after collectible if one or more of these factors align. For this 5 Rand coin, the condition is everything. A coin that's been kept pristine, free from scratches or tarnish, can draw attention from collectors who are willing to pay top dollar. The combination of South Africa's strong minting standards and the limited number of coins preserved in perfect condition makes this coin incredibly attractive. But what really makes this coin fascinating is its story in the collector's market. You see, coins often gain value not just because of what they are, but because of what they represent. This coin represents a snapshot of a specific era in South Africa. Every scratch-free coin is a piece of history, and collectors have realized that the 2014 5 Rand is one of those pieces that is quietly becoming rare. People who held onto them without realizing their potential are now discovering something remarkable. Imagine holding a coin that, for years, sat unnoticed in a drawer. You might have spent it, you might have kept it in a collection with other coins, or maybe it was tucked away in a jar. Either way, its value was hidden, just waiting for the right moment to shine. Coins like this create a sense of mystery and excitement that appeals to seasoned collectors and newcomers alike. It's the thrill of uncovering hidden treasure, something tangible you can hold in your hand, and knowing that others would pay handsomely for it. Collectors often share stories of hunting for coins at markets, estate sales, and even in loose change. The 5 Rand 2014 is a coin that has started to appear in such stories, with some individuals discovering that what they thought was ordinary is actually extraordinary. And the best part? This isn't a story from decades ago, it's happening right now. Every day, more people are becoming aware of this coin's potential. And with awareness comes demand, and with demand comes value. When we talk about coins like this, it's not just about numbers. It's about passion, history, and the excitement of holding something unique. Older collectors, in particular, appreciate the nostalgia and the tangible connection to the past. For those of you between 55 and 65, there's something particularly satisfying about holding a coin that carries weight, not just physically, but financially and historically. You're not just investing in metal, you're investing in a story, a piece of heritage, and a collectible that has the potential to appreciate over time. The market for collectible coins is subtle but powerful. It doesn't make headlines every day, but when a coin starts gaining traction, the results can be astonishing. People who were once casual collectors suddenly find themselves sitting on a small fortune, simply because they recognized value where others did not. And that's precisely why coins like the 5 Rand 2014 have caught the attention of serious investors and collectors alike. Every coin has a personality, in a way. Some are rare because of mistakes in minting, some because of limited production runs, and others because of a combination of both. The 2014 5 Rand is becoming increasingly recognized for its rarity, and collectors are beginning to compete to add it to their collections. Its condition, the story behind it, and the rising awareness of its scarcity all converge to make it one of the most desirable modern South African coins. So, what does all this mean for someone who comes across this coin? It means that your 2014 5 Rand, sitting quietly in a drawer or hidden among your coins, might be more than just a keepsake. It's potentially a piece of history that people are willing to pay a remarkable price for. And here's where the story becomes truly jaw-dropping. As collectors continue to recognize the significance of this coin, some rare examples in pristine condition have been valued at staggering amounts. After careful analysis and market observation, this seemingly ordinary 5 Rand coin has achieved something extraordinary. The coin that many of us might overlook has quietly become one of the most sought-after modern South African coins. And the value? Well, the most pristine and rare examples have been reported to reach nearly $3 million. That's right. A coin you might have casually passed over could hold the potential to be worth millions. It's a reminder that treasures can often be hidden in plain sight, waiting for the right person to notice them. So the next time you find a coin, don't just see its face value. Look closer, consider its story, and imagine the journey it has been on since it left the mint. The 2014 5 Rand is a prime example of how history, craftsmanship, and rarity can converge to create something truly remarkable. And as more collectors continue to discover its worth, it stands as a testament to the fascinating and often surprising world of coin collecting. Remember, staying informed and keeping an eye on coins like this can change the way you look at your collection, or even the coins you pass over every day. That small piece of metal may carry more than just monetary value, it carries history, legacy, and in this case, the potential for life-changing worth. So keep your eyes open, appreciate the details, and who knows? The next coin you hold could be the one that changes everything.